Pete Carroll and John, being at Ohio State's Pro Day. What are they doing there? Some names of interest to be watching. Quarterback C.J. Stroud. Most people project to go number 1 overall to the Carolina Panthers, although they're still there watching him. Also there to watch is right tackle DeJuan Jones, who's a top prospect, and top prospect wide receiver Jackson Smith and Jigba. If you guys remember yesterday when we talked about Mel Kiper's latest mock for ESPN, he has Anthony Richardson at number 5 to Seattle, and at number 20, he has Jackson Smith and Jigba. So let's talk about some of these guys. You think C.J. Stroud is like off the table?
Ain't gonna happen. Panthers are gonna grab him. I saw. It's either Thomas Davis or Davis Thomas. My bad if I'm jacking up your name, sir. Former linebacker for the Carolina Panthers said the Panthers might be looking at Anthony Richardson at the number 1 spot.
What?
That would be nuts if that goes down. But Stroud ain't going to be there. To me, he's the best quarterback in this draft. I think he's the best. He has a higher ceiling. I think right now Bryce is the better quarterback. He has that pedigree. He knows what winning is like. He makes good decisions. But I look at physically, I go, C.J. Stroud, I see him having just a long, nice career. So, yes, they are in, is it Columbus?
Is it? Yeah, I'm assuming so.
Yeah, that's where
Okay.
they're at.
All right, yes, they are in Columbus, and they will be looking at C.J., but they're looking at Njigba. And the thing about Njigba was how fast is he? I think you guys said he ran a 4.53 and a 4.5 flat. That's fast enough in his league. We saw Cooper Kupp run a 4.6. He tears his league up. There's also, I'm going to jack this guy's last name up, Luke Weipler, I think how you say his last name. He's a guard over there. You also have Zach Harrison. He's a DM. You got Paris Johnson, O tackle. You have DeJuan Jones. He's an O tackle as well. So there are other guys that they are looking at, but they are taking a strong look at CJ just in case something crazy happens and he drops. Check him out. See what his vibes are like. And then it's deeper than just him throwing the football. I mentioned this earlier when we first started the show. It's his demeanor, how he talks to his trainers, how he deals with the public, his teammates. There's so many little things that you look at in a ball player to see, all right, how's this guy going to handle certain situations? So they're doing their homework. They're supposed to do that.
Now, I will say there is a video going around of Pete Carroll and Dan Quinn speaking with C.J. Stroud. So obviously you're right. It's like you have to do your due diligence. There's 4 picks ahead of you, 3 teams that need a quarterback, and he is going to be off the board.
Yep.
But you still want to be able to go check. I feel like it would almost be hard to like talk to a quarterback, fall in love with a prospect, and know you're not going to get him. It's like window shopping in like a ritzy neighborhood. It's like, oh, I'm not going to be able to draft this guy. I don't even want to fall in love with him.
Window shopper. Man, back in the days going to the mall,
let me tell you what.
Used to show with $20 just for food. I ain't buying no gear.
Well,
I'm window
first of all,
shopping.
$20 in the mall back in the day, not just because of the exchange rate, or excuse me, not just because of inflation. $20 back in the day in the mall, you felt like you were rich.
Hey.
At 13 years old, $20 was $200.
Go to Claire's, get some studs for about $6.
Done.
Ooh, let's
Done.
go.
Let's. We don't think they're going C.J. Stroud, but let's stick with wide receiver in general. Yesterday we talked a lot about this. I just want to be able to stick with it for a minute because they're not looking at a tackle. Right, like DeJuan Jones is there, and that's important. But like, you don't need a tackle. You have 2 rookie tackles who are really good. You do need a center. You do need to invest at some point in another guard. Do you find either in this draft? Maybe. It may not need to be at 20 though. But like, Jackson Smith and Jigba is not lasting likely out of the first round, right?
No, I don't think so. He has big playability. I think the knock on him, or the question on him, was how fast is he really? And here's what I think about the 40. If you have receivers who are running around the 4.5s, every now and then you get a Cooper Kupp who runs a 4.6 who does great things. If they're running in the 4.5s, they're fine. Once you start hitting 4.6s, then you start to be concerned a little bit. The rest of the stuff is just on film. How does he adjust? Does he handle press? What does he do against a corner that's aggressive at the line, or that turns and runs? Can he identify coverages? Those are the things that you're looking at on film. When you see him in person, it's more of a, there's some players who just have that thing about them.
In person, yes.
In person. Like they just walk by you. It's there's something different about that guy.
Yes.
You're looking for that as well.
Yeah. There are definitely Seahawks players. The only team I've ever covered in person that had that. And it won't surprise you that a lot of them were guys from that Super Bowl iteration of the defense where you were just like, this guy just has a presence that's different. Like people treat him differently.
Yeah.
Honestly, Cam was like that guy. Like, he wasn't like a loud presence.
Chancellor?
Chancellor.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, but it was like you just felt like he had a presence about him when he would like walk by where you were like, this dude's just different.
Yeah.